This has been sort of one of these things that's been up in the air for a lot of businesses. One of the excuses we're told, some maybe valid reasons, to hold back on hiring or expansion plans. If this is closer to getting resolved, then what? We've got Fox Business Network's Charlie Gasparino, Market Watch's Gary B. Smith, Rebeccca Walser. Gary B., what do you think of that? That you get this settled, or at least it looks like it's going in that direction. Some of the imponderables are out of the way, and away we go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the cloud. Whether it deserves to be or not remains to be seen. I think the effect is a little bit overblown. That said, it's really the only cloud out there hanging over the market. The rest of the economy is in pretty good shape. I think if we see, and what I feel is a steady erosion in the acrimony between the two countries, I think we kind of drift back to where we were before this all started. I think the market really skyrockets.
All right, we were looking, Rebeccca, at a lot of the companies, the sectors that would benefit from a surer posture on trade, especially those that are exposed to that neck of the woods. And we're going to be going through some of them, Boeing first and foremost, I assume, the 737 MAX plane notwithstanding. But what do you make of that if for those who do business in that neck of the woods and vice versa, these are promising signs?
I think so, Neil. I think it's like Gary said, any relaxation of tensions is considered a good sign because we've had such a back and forth since May. But I do think that it is an overblown reaction because it's just a 2-week delay as a sign of good faith for their 70th anniversary, as the president has said. And I think the bigger news story on the China front this week is them trying to separate, the actual national security issues from trade, which I think are not separable. I think that is President Trump's leverage. So I don't see that happening.
He seemed open to that. Rebeccca, he seemed open to that. Now that we got some mixed signals out of the White House. First, he was open to an interim agreement that might include, addressing some of those more thorny issues down the road, the low-hanging fruit issues like them buying more stuff from us, et cetera, like right now. Is he in a box if he does a 180 on that?
I mean, I just can't see it, Neil. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I will just tell you that this has been his leverage. And the only reason that they're negotiating with us is because of the fact that these tariffs are having an impact. And they absolutely have the whole deal fell apart in May because we couldn't make them stick to what their agreement was, which was national security. So I just cannot see the two separate tracks.
I don't think he has much leverage. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Neil. I don't see the Chinese giving that much to the president. It's an election year. He needs the markets to go up. He knows it. He's already signaling that he's basically going to agree to some marginal deal and then walk away. There's not going to be a major deal with China. Well, he hasn't outright said
that, but if he does go that route, Charlie, and let's say, then what? What would the markets would like it just resolved, right?
Now, this one issue would be off the table, this one issue. But where I think Gary is wrong in predicting the market skyrocket is that we have a global, there's more than just China out there. I mean, the world, there's a global slowdown, economic slowdown. We trade with everybody. There's a lot more going on in the world than just China, even though China's an issue. And if you're going to be predicting, massive stock market rallies, you better also be predicting the rest of the world does a 180 on their economies as well, because our economy cannot just take us through Dow 35,000.
I see what you're saying, but the reason why I buy Gary more than you, I like him more. But the other issue, I'm kidding. But Gary, I think what you were trying to get at is that if you remove the uncertainty and businesses can resume what their expansion plans were, I get that. But I also get a little bit of what Charlie's saying, that kind of needs the rest of the world to be going along, and it's not.
Yeah, no, look, Charlie makes good points. Rebeccca does also. To Charlie's points, I think the market just feels to me like it wants to go up right now. It's looking for any excuse, even as Rebeccca pointed out, this kind of temporary ceasefire. You saw the market start to rally. Right. As to Rebecca's point, I think she's absolutely right. You can't separate the two. But Charlie made the good point. I think Trump is going to try to finesse this. He's going to say he's thinking in his mind. But he's thinking in his mind, I can't separate the two. I know that now. This whole trade war as leverage isn't working. I'm going to try to get back so at least I'm not fighting China on an economic front.
Here's why you might be right. I don't know if you will be right. There's a lot of money in the sidelines. And often that money looks for reasons to invest. Yeah. So if we get this out of the way, that might just flood the market.
You never know.
It's hard to know.
All right, guys, I want to thank you all very, very much.